Good Thursday morning. It's the main event. I'm your humble host, Stephen McCollum, and somebody out of breath here today as well after doing that. You know him as 17-year veteran of the NFL. You know him as absent from the show again today, right? Last show of the week. We're off on Fridays here for a couple more weeks. Last week of July, we'll be back to our 5-day-a-week schedule out there. But Dale Hellestrae, you're three-time Super Bowl champion. Well, he's off again today. He's up, as he told you last week. He's up in Sedona. Birthday week for him. I saw he had his grandkids up there. I think it was yesterday, maybe it was the day before for the day and things to that effect. I hope he's having a good time shopping, getting his Aura fixed, checked out. He'll be back on Monday as well. Today, of course, Uncle Lou comes in at 9 o'clock, so come and join us with him as well. Catching us live right now on YouTube. TME Media AZ is where you can find us as well right now. And appreciate you for doing that. Share us with your friends as we have a lot of fun here, and I'll get you started here at the show and get you through till Lou comes in here later in the show. Of course, we know our World Cup finals. We know who's going to be in that. Well, I did horrible picks there in the semifinals. Both of my teams lost. So what do I do now in the finals is the question. I do have a team I'm leaning towards. And I already told you, Spain, France winner was going to get it. But how do you ignore Argentina? That's the big question. This comeback again yesterday. I put a lot of it on England, to be honest with you. But at the same time, you can't leave a team as good as Argentina in that position. We'll talk about that here coming up in this first hour as well. From that perspective, Major League Baseball gets started, quote unquote, second half of the season. Gets started again tonight. Now, Diamondbacks don't play till tomorrow against the St. Louis Cardinals. We'll get you set up for the weekend and ready for that as well coming up. The NFL getting ready to kick off in terms of training camps. Next week, we'll be talking middle of the week. Cardinals reporting coming up here as well. It's exciting times, folks. Of course, here in the sports world. ESPYs were last night. Does anybody watch the ESPYs anymore? I saw the comedian from Saturday Night Live. I saw his opening thing and stuff like that. Just not. I don't find him funny at all. I mean, that's fine. I mean, you guys might, but I just don't find him funny at all. I just don't. And then I did find one amusing part of that show. And those of you that know me and been following this show for a long time will know which part I giggled at. I might play that clip for you here today as well. Coming up because I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it a little too much. Just because it's just funny. Oh, you got a microphone in front of you, man. You do. What are you doing? Just keep your questions to yourself, Mike Tyson. We'll talk about that coming up and have a little fun with that also, here on the program. So Lou's coming up. Don't forget, Pit Stop will be today before 2 o'clock. So for you racing fans, catch that coming up here later on today as well. And then Real Matrix will be new tomorrow as well. I'll forget to tell you at some point during the show. So the Real Matrix is a new episode. Energy is coming up this week. Noon tomorrow on Rumble and on your favorite podcast system as well. For those of you that enjoys that show, Energy this week. That will be live tomorrow, even though we are dark tomorrow. 2 more Fridays we are dark. Getting re-energized, getting stuff done around here. Tomorrow, got a meeting here tomorrow morning. With some people coming in here to want to do some stuff and, help out with the business program and obviously move into the main event and our other programming here. So that's tomorrow morning. So it'll be fun, but we're wrapping up the summer quote unquote break, even though we're still working on the Fridays. But the Real Matrix will be live tomorrow as well. Robert chimes in on the YouTube chat and says, "Is this the Fade Steven portion of the show?" Yeah. It's why I did not place, I just do small bets. I just do it for fun. I don't care. It's $5 a bet. I put $100 in there years ago and I'm just playing off of that. It's just something just mildly fun. Don't care if win, lose, obviously you want to win, But, I don't lose my mind if I lose. It's $5. It's cool. Whatever. I did not place one bet on the World Cup. All game. Oh, you know what? I take that back. I had the U.S. I put money on the U.S. winning that first game. I did win that one. I haven't placed another bet on the World Cup. Just it's unpredictable, man. Unpredictable. Yes. Whoever I'm going to tell you today is going to win this final, go the opposite. I told you all along, Spain's winning this thing. I told you the Spain-France win. I had France winning it as the best team. Spain beats them. I'm not going to call it an upset because Spain's a really good team. Spain was the favorite to win this thing going into this tournament. I thought England would win. England had that game in hand. Well, we're going to break this down in just a minute. But Argentina, how can you ignore Argentina's comeback? Spain-Argentina. If Argentina wins the World Cup this year against Spain on Sunday, first time since like the 60s, a team has repeated in the World Cup. It's a rarity. But how can you sleep on Argentina? I've got, they won Cape Verde. They had to come back and win that game late. Not come back. They had to win that game late. Cape Verde kept coming back. They had to come back against Egypt down 2-0. I got these stats for you, folks. You cannot sleep on Argentina. They could be down in the 99th minute in stoppage time. With a minute to go, and they could probably pull it out and win it. Just the precision of that pass for that game winner yesterday. It was just so amazing. 7 English defenders, 2 Argentinian defenders. Messi has to kick it around 2 guys coming back at the ball on top of it and have them not tip it or block it. Gets it past those 2 guys up in the air, and he puts it the one place that only his guy can go and get. Then he ends up in the back of the net for a winner. The precision of that goal is just special. Me and my daughter were in the car yesterday, and I said some choice words. I was like, sorry for my language. It was such a beautiful goal, man. It was amazing. Ethan says, I'm sad that Henry got out, but Messi will win probably because FIFA won't let Messi lose on the last World Cup for him. Ethan's in on those conspiracy theories on FIFA. I'm seeing a lot of people on the conspiracy, just another disappointment for England. And I told you before, I put the loss of that game yesterday on England. Yes, it's great. Argentina has to do their job to win it. England made one fatal mistake. I saw it early in that second half, and I was like, oh, what are you doing, guys? After they scored that goal, what are you doing? Knock it off. The best defense, folks, is an offense. And England made the mistake yesterday, made a terrible mistake. It would be akin to, for those of you that don't know soccer very much, or football, as I like to call it, it would be akin to prevent defense, right? Prevent defense prevents you from winning. Pretty much what England did yesterday, and they ended up losing. And then they lost all momentum, right? They had no momentum at all. So even after Argentina tied it up, you still didn't think England could come back because they had no momentum at that point. Made a terrible, 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 terrible mistake. And I get it. Robert, I think it was Robert. You text me on the England sports radio talk and how they were just losing their minds. We do talk sports radio. Sometimes we get excited and we say things, we exaggerate them, for effect and stuff like that stuff. So I'm not going to go so far to say the England manager needs to be fired and, fire everybody on the team and move on like a lot of the English fans are doing today. But that's an unexcusable mistake they made yesterday. 11 men on defense for most of that second half, allowing Argentina. If you saw that last goal, or you saw the Egypt game, or you saw any Argentinian game, Cape Verde game, Argentina, man, their precision, their passing, what they can do to score goals. Nobody else can do it, it feels like. And to just put a 1-0 game to go to the championship for the first time for England since 1960-something. To put all of that stuff together and to go into a prevent defense where you just put all 11 guys back there and you're just like, we're going to stop them. They had that game-winning goal was defended perfectly. 7 English defenders. And Messi curls that thing around 2 guys up into the air, and the Argentinian guy just gets up there and puts it in the back of the net. That's the skill that England was messing with. That was their fatal mistake yesterday. I got some stats for you on it as well. I'll give you the pick coming up. Robert said, sack him, sack him. And so it was, Robert, it was you that sent that video. That was hilarious to see. These things, man, they're life and death. This is a religion. World Cup is a religion for these fans and these countries. And especially like England. What would be an equivalent on that? England would be like the Cubs when they went through the World Series and won it. Remember that Cubs fan base? How they all lost their minds and were crying and celebrating and all of that stuff. That's what it would have been. The farther you go, the more the hopes get up there that you can do it, and then just dashed. So I'm not going to go so far as say the manager needs to be fired, but I mean there needs to be questions on why he decided to do that. The best defense is an offense in football. Think of it, if I'll put it more in like football terms for those of you that aren't familiar with football. This would be like you're up by 3, fourth quarter, 2 minutes to go. 2-minute warning happens, you're up by 3. You get the ball, they score, you get the ball back, you're at your 20-yard line. What's the best thing to do in that situation? Best thing to do is get a first down, make them use their timeouts. Get a first down. Get a second first down. Wind that clock down to nothing on that drive. Don't even give them the ball back and give them a chance. Right? England didn't do that. England did yesterday, the equivalent would be you're 3 and out. The other team gets the ball back. You punt. Bad field position. You punt. They get the ball like the 40-yard line on their 40-yard line. 3 timeouts left or 2 timeouts left. They got to kick a field goal to win it. That's what England did yesterday. You let them have a chance to do it. And it's just, couldn't believe I was watching it. When I was watching it, then that goal went in by Argentina. I was like, England's still not winning this thing. They've lost all momentum. It was, first of all, what a dichotomy in that game. First half, snoozer. I get it. Not a lot of offense, not a lot of shots on goals in the first half. There's just a lot of keep away. And you're just like, whoo, it's going to be one of those types of games. All right, cool. After England goes up 1-0, and they go into this defensive shift, and then it's just an onslaught of Argentinian shots, just barely missing the goal, just outside, headers outside, shots just barely missing, goalkeepers, England goalkeepers stopping it. I mean, it went from traditional snooze fest football to, oh my God, this is exciting football in like a matter of minutes. And it stayed that way for a long time, but it was interesting to see as well out there. I know Robert tagged me on that sack him, that English, talking about their team. I'll retweet that out for everybody as well because Robert sent that to me because you guys people are losing their minds. Like I explained to people, this is a religion for these people. There's like, there's your church on Sunday, and then there's football. Man, that's it. It is an emotional affair for these guys out there. I guess you could say like football would be that way because people lose their minds here about American football, especially on Sundays and stuff like that. But it's still, I still don't think it's at the same level here as it would be there. In terms of those levels out there. So we got Uncle Lou coming in today o'clock. We got to talk about some of those fights last weekend with Lou. I mean, And of course, this weekend, a fight's coming up as well with him. It's a good end of the show. Like I said, even if you're not a gambler, man, Uncle Lou you're at your office and you have a couple of your coworkers or even your boss, right? You got to favor up to the boss a little bit out there. Your boss is sitting there and he's a big UFC guy or not a big one, but he likes to talk it a little bit. And you're like, I don't know how to talk this. I don't know anything about it. You can learn stuff here, folks. So you can at least talk intelligence to them as well. Even if you don't put any money on it or anything to that effect. I know we do the gambling angle on that for fun, but I just enjoy Lou. I just enjoy Lou coming in here and just sharing the knowledge on these fighters and what to look for this weekend and those types of battles. That's what I enjoy on it. But, like I said, I'm not here to. I ain't gonna get rich on what I do with the apps out there at all. It's no money. It's nothing like that. And I just enjoy the knowledge side of it, man. Just be more knowledgeable out there. Learn something new. Gonna go see the Odyssey this weekend as well, folks. So my favorite part about I saw this tweet yesterday, and that guy said that he saw somebody or he had somebody tell him um, the guy went and saw like or he's going to go see a Thursday night opening of the Odyssey movie tonight, is what he said. And so he told some people at work, "Hey, I'm going to go see this movie on Thursday night." And he said somebody at his work actually said to him, "Hey, no spoilers." So in his tweet, he said, "Man, you've had 3,000 years to learn about the Odyssey." What do you mean spoilers? I thought that was a clever little comment there as well from that side. So join us on the YouTube chat, of course. TME Media AZ. Even when Lou's in, send your stuff in. We'll see it. We'll talk about it a little bit. Of course, 623-252-6670 is our text line. You can reach out to us as well. Then, of course, at TME Sports Show on X, hit us up, tag us there as well. We see them. We always read them. We see them. We talk about them. A lot of fun. By the way, we got it. We got it this morning. I was wondering if we get it today or tomorrow. We got it this morning. Tori's got to go. This one actually had more O's than before on the text line. 623-252-6670. We have some fun with somebody's text that in all the time. Good and bad. He quiets down a little bit when they go on a run. He or she, I should say. I don't know if it's a guy or a girl out there, but it is funny to see. But we got one of those this morning. No Diamondbacks baseball today. They play this weekend, but there's a game tonight. The Open Championship is underway, of course, obviously being played in England, so it's overnight. I was up last night for the first tee times. 10:30 air time was the first one. I did not stay up longer. I actually fell asleep shortly after that as well. What I saw. Leaders right now, 4 under. D Brown, SJM, both 4 under. You've got several people at 3 under, of course, at that point. McIntyre, he's 3 under right now, tied for third. Molinari, they're tied for third as well in that spot. Bryson DeChambeau, again, missed the last 3 majors, missed the cut for the last 3 majors. Trying to make the cut here. He is 3 under for him, tied for that third place. So DeChambeau with those custom-made, 3D-made irons there in tied for third for him as well. Henrik Stenson there in the 10th spot. No, that's because he's -2 with all those ties as well. Scotty Scheffler, by the way, is finished for the day. Most of the guys are. There's a couple guys out there still, but it's late in the day over there in England. Scotty Scheffler, -2. So he is tied for that 10th spot there with -2. So a good start for Scheffler here after missing the cut at the Scottish Open for him. SW Kim there at -2 as well. I'm looking for the bigger names here. Terrell Hatton, he's -1 going to this. John Rahm's -1 as well. Tommy Fleetwood, also in that -1 range for him. You notice who we're not saying so? Colin Morikawa was -1. You notice who I haven't said yet? Big names haven't been mentioned as of right now. Xander Schauffele's even here. He's out there still right now playing. Auberg's out there right now still playing even. Matt Fitzpatrick even as well. They're only through 3 right now. Max Homa finished the day +1 for him. Friend of the program. Well, friend of Dale in the program, I should say, as well. So let's see here. I think... Where's Rory at? It's the bigger question here. Did I miss something on Rory here? as I scroll through this. There's live updates on the leaderboard, by the way, is what I'm seeing here. I will have to get the updates on this as I'm scrolling and scrolling and scrolling. I missed his name somewhere on here. I'll find out. I'll find all the information out there as well. Like I said, just live leaderboard. I just wanted to go through it and give you the updates live here. And of course, I'm screwing it all up. That's what we do here. Do here on the problem. But the big story everybody's watching right now is DeChambeau and what he's doing. Obviously, Scheffler's a big follow, but he did what he was supposed to do out there. So now, of course, he's taking Bryson DeChambeau's taking a lot of heat for these irons that he's doing coming in. Oh, Rory, I did skip him. He's right after Scheffler. He's out on the course here, even right now for Rory. Still out on the course as well for that Open Championship. It's going to be a fun Open Championship. Like I said, it's kind of an interesting tournament overnight. So unless you stay up and watch it live, you can watch the replay throughout the day. You just have to avoid kind of knowing what happens. I don't mind knowing in golf. I don't mind knowing what happens. And then I can watch it because you can kind of tell, right? Like, oh, I'm going to watch this guy. This guy made a run. I want to watch how he does it type of a situation. So I don't mind as much there. But then you go back to the World Cup, right? Obviously, the biggest story these last couple of days is we've been in the middle of this All-Star break and things. Unless you want to count the fact that Adam Silver, the NBA commissioner, went to the WNBA commissioner and put pressure on her to suspend, of course, the Mercury player for the Caitlin Clark situation. I found that an interesting story just because the NBA commissioners telling the WNBA commissioner what to do. Found that a little interesting from that perspective. But if it's not that, then it's World Cup talk out there. So Argentina. I don't know how you can count Argentina out going forward in this tournament for this last game. I just have no idea how you can do it. I was confident France-Spain winner was going to win this thing. I have no idea now. I'm going to tell you my pick here in a few. But if you go back and think about it, I remember the Argentina-Cape Verde game. We were sitting at a bar there, or a restaurant, Mexican restaurant, there in La Jolla, watching the end of this game. I was eating tacos, fantastic fish tacos, things to that effect, chip salsa. Beautiful time. Crowd loving it. Cape Verde game. Argentina winners in the knockout rounds. 111th minute for Cape Verde to win that game. 92nd minute in that stoppage time is how they beat the game winner there against Egypt. They had to come back from 2-0 down in the 80th minute to score that one. Switzerland, they had to win that game in the 112th minute. Right? Extra time. England, 92nd minute to win that game yesterday in stoppage time to get that second goal in the win. Argentina, I don't know, you can't count Argentina out. I'm stumbling over my words right now because I don't know how else to say it. You can't count Argentina out in any stretch of the imagination. It will be interesting, though, because Spain will keep the ball away from you, right? We saw that in the France game, specifically. Spain's able to keep the possession of the ball and move it around and get you frustrated that you can't get the ball movement and stuff like that. Argentina hasn't led after 90 minutes of any knockout game. Folks, 90 minutes is the end of regulation, right? Then you go into the stoppage time. They have not led at the scheduled end of a game all knockout rounds, folks, and they're in the final. They have either been tied or down in the 90th minute when the game is supposed to end, and they win it in the stoppage time. Just unbelievable. There's no other way to put it. This is epic by Argentina. It just, dear God. I think they purposely are down in the 90th minute just so they can spectacularly win it at the end. You want me to give you another one here? Want to see how this comeback from Argentina? You cannot count Argentina out in this game on Sunday. Goals before the 79th minute for Argentina. 2 before the 79th minute in the knockout round. So this is Cape Verde, Egypt, Switzerland, and now England. 2 goals before the 79th minute in all of those games, folks. After the 79th minute, 9. 9 goals in the last 11 minutes of regulation and then whatever the stoppage time is. What? They don't score until the game's over. And then they all of a sudden wake up and get it done. This is unbelievable what you're seeing from Argentina. Now, when you flirt with that stuff, right, it tells you eventually it's going to end, right? Eventually it's going to end if you keep flirting with that, where you have to score with and win the game in stoppage time and come back at that point. It has to end. They've played the most minutes in extra time, most minutes on a pitch in the World Cup this year and stuff to that effect. All of that. Eventually, it's got to end. But does it end against Spain on Sunday is the question. We'll get to the pick in a minute. But I don't know. Can we just say that we hope both teams have fun on Sunday? Argentina's got history on their side. It's Messi's last World Cup, you know. He's already winning last World Cup 4 years ago, put him in the echelon above Maradona as one of the best, if not the best of all time. Definitely the best in Argentina history. You win 2 World Cups back to back? Oh my God. He's going to be sitting up there next to Zeus and all the gods. Messi will be if he wins on Sunday. This is epic levels that he's going to be facing here as well. This is going to be fantastic. I know a lot of you guys aren't football fans, aren't soccer fans, and you're like, Steve, settle down. No, folks. This is amazing what Argentina is doing. It is epic. It is amazing. Put it in any category. This is akin to winning a last second, a Hail Mary, and you get it. And you get the Hail Mary to win the game in football. If you want to put it in football terms, Hail Mary, and you win it. That's fantastic if you do it once. That's fantastic. They've done it in every knockout game. England, Switzerland, Egypt, Cape Verde. That would be like you're winning 4 games in a row on Hail Mary type plays. You're down all game long and you have to fight back and you do it. 1 time is spectacular enough. 2 times, oh my God, you've got my attention. This is fantastic. 3 times you're going, okay, this is nonsense now. 4 times you're acting like me right now. Just like, what is just happening here? What are we going to do? Is Argentina now the team you got to pick in the final? Because they can't lose. All these people are whining too about how, FIFA wants them to win. They're doing all that stuff. I do hate that talk that's happening and stuff like that. That does bother me as well out there. I mean, this is fantastic what we see. Before we get into my pick here, though, because obviously we're off tomorrow and Saturday, of course. Game Sunday at noon here, Phoenix time and everything. England. I'm trying to just disaster of a game after they went and up 1-0. They just made a terrible decision. They put everybody back on defense. England had just 12% possession in the last 37 minutes of the game. 12% possessions. So forget that it's Argentina with Messi, the greatest player of all time. I know some people say it's other people, but close. He's one of the greatest of all time. You got him. Forget about him. Then you got all these other superior Argentine frontline players that can put the ball in the nets and just unbelievable kicks to set up their players. Forget that it's Messi and forget that it's Argentina. Anybody. You could take Cape Verde. No disrespect to them. Paraguay. Any team in the field. Any team anywhere. Whether if your kid's soccer game here coming up, and you're just constantly on defense and you only have 12% possession, meaning they have 88% in a game, you know you're leaving that game probably losing it. You're just giving. Even mediocre players with that many chances can put it in the net, right? And they were just fine with it. They were just fine with it. They just kept doing it and doing it and doing it. Just I'm not one to. I'll call for jobs as necessary. I'll go this way, knowing what the sport is to these people, meaning England and what a religion it is, and their disappointment, folks. They dominated that game until they scored that goal. Then it was all Argentina after that. England should be in this final, no doubt about it. They screwed up themselves. They messed it up. I almost feel like you have to make a coaching change or a managerial change at that point. That's a stink in that organization now that you want to kind of unload, right? So the top two teams in the world, Argentina's number one, Spain's number two. I haven't been sleeping on Spain. I just thought this was the year France was going to get past Spain in the World Cup in a big environment. I was wrong. They're going to meet in the World Cup final for the first time, the number 1 and 2 team. Now, keep in mind, FIFA didn't have rankings back in the day. I think early 90s is when they instituted world rankings. Let me look here. Yep, 92. So 1992 is when they put world rankings in there. First time the number 1 and number 2 team are going to face off in this tournament. What does that tell you? Should be a great game. The two best made it to the final. With this expanded field, all the fun we saw, all of that, the top 2 teams make it to they rise to the top of this tournament. Number 1 and number 2 battling it out. It's also the first World Cup final between reigning champions of Europe, that's the EuroLeague, and South America, which is the Copa America. So 1 and 2 ranked teams and the teams reigning champions of their part of the world, Europe and, of course, South America. What does this tell you? This tells you Sunday is going to be an epic top-along game. I think Spain is the better team. I think Spain is the team that should win this. Let me put it that way. Maybe not the better team, but Spain should win this. There's no doubt about it. I still feel that way. However, you cannot ignore what Argentina has done late. Yes, they had some easy competition. They had to win those games late. That's a discount for Argentina. But you can't sleep on Argentina. Spain has what? Like only 1 or 2 goals scored against them this whole tournament. Whole tournament. That's all they've got. You don't score on Spain. If you're down 1-0 on Spain, it's going to be hard to win this game. But who's the team that can do it? Argentina. You could see them doing it. This is an epic matchup. I said the France-Spain matchup in the semifinals is probably the finals. I know it's recency bias based off of yesterday's performance by Argentina. This has the potential to be the game of the tournament by far as the championship game. The France-Spain one ended up being kind of a dud because France, just couldn't get past Spain and Spain kept away. This could be a 0-0 game or a 1-0 game till late. And if Argentina's down, you're going to be watching. You're going to be watching to see if they can put it in the net. Absolutely. Sunday's going to be fun, folks, at noon. Sunday at noon. It's going to be fun. Is there recency bias if you think Argentina's going to win with Messi? No, they're a really good team. At some point, it has to end. You can't keep winning games that way. Logic tells you that, but they keep doing it. The difference between Spain and England, for instance, will be Spain won't do what England did. Spain will control the ball for hours on end, it'll feel like. You saw that in the France game. They'll just kick the ball around, back and forth, keep possession for long periods of time. So you're going to have to take advantage of your opportunities, your few opportunities you get if you're Argentina. Spain isn't going to do what England did. They're not just going to pull all 11 back and let Argentina just shoot, when they're down, if they're down. They're not going to do it. Spain will go on an offensive side. You got two of the world's best players matching up in this game. This is a fantastic game. My winner. Fade me. Fade me if you're smart. I was good most of this tournament until the semifinals game. I'm sticking with Spain. Spain's going to win this thing. I'm not going to bet on it. I'm just going to sit back and watch this thing. It's just going to be epic. This is going to be an epic game. Two heavyweights battling it out. Look at the storylines. Can Spain win it? Spain has been really good at football for a lot of years. They don't win this very often. They don't make it to the championship very often. Then you got the world heavyweights who win it. All right, Argentina, they won it last World Cup. They can win 2 in a row for the first time since the 1960s. Messi can go out with 2 World Cup wins. Going to put him on a level of worldwide football level of sport that you don't even know. We don't even know it. We can't comprehend what level he'll go to here in America. The rest of the world knows, though. The storylines on this game are going to be fantastic. This game could be a 0-0 ball game of a lot of passing with precision shots at times, where it's just sit back and wait. Argentina's offensive style is just sit there, pass it around, move around, and then boom, ball on the net. Spain's style, keep possession. Move the ball around, keep possession. Move it around, keep possession, boom, on the net. It's not going to be the most exciting game if you're not a soccer fan out there. But for guys like me, this is going to be fantastic. I can't wait. I'm staking with Spain to win this game this weekend and hoist the World Cup. I think they're going to control it. If they get up 1-0 on Argentina, they're just going to keep the ball away from Argentina. They're not going to get the shots like they did against England. Spain's not going to let them dominate with 12 possession. Spain's not going to have 12% possession. They're just not. I'm going to stick with Spain. I'll also tell you this. I'm not going to be surprised if Argentina wins. I'm not. I think this is epic proportion. You don't see it too often in the NFL where you get the two best teams battling it out in the NFL, right? It's usually like the NFC Championship game. Oh, this is the World Series because the AFC team sucks, or vice versa. World Series, you don't always see this. Of the best team against the best team in the AL. You don't always see the matchup. It's always like a really good team or the best team against a team that's just hot in that moment. You got the two best world guys going at it this weekend on Sunday. I'm going to stick with Spain. I'm going to leave it up to you if you agree with me or not. Tell me who you got in the chat as well. Robert says, Argentina is like a predator that plays with its prey before he eats it. That's an excellent way of putting it. I'll leave it. They don't do it on purpose. But yesterday's game kind of felt like, evenly matched game, not a lot of action in the first half. Then Argentina was like, let's let England score. Let's give them that false sense of winning this thing. And then we got them. The difference is Spain will keep possession of the ball. You saw it against France. How frustrated did Mbappe? See, I'm doing my joke thing again, my Modern Family thing. But how frustrated did the front line of France get against Spain? Because Spain just kept the ball away from them. I think that's going to be the different point in this game. But I'm going to enjoy this. I'm going to sit back and enjoy this thing. But I'm going to stick with Spain, so probably fade me, folks. It would be special to see Messi, who I'm not the hugest Messi fan. I know his talent. I know all that stuff. He's just a different cat. I'm more of a Ronaldo fan. Just his personality is more fun, type of situation. I don't hate the guy, but it would be fun to watch an epic performance as well, right? I think so, at least. There's my World Cup hit here coming up as well. Argentina, Spain. Don't miss it. Sunday at noon, folks, for you out there. Let's take our break here. Come on back. Uncle Lou's coming in this morning as well. When we come back, let's talk a little Major League Baseball and get you set up for the weekend before Lou gets here. Come on back, folks. Main event. And we're back here, main event here on this Thursday as well, leading up to Uncle Lou coming in. Talk some UFC stuff out there, but we need to talk a little Major League Baseball. Is a game tonight here on the schedule here on this Thursday. Mets are at Philadelphia. 4 p.m. our time tonight. Christian Scott and Aaron Nola battling it out there from Philadelphia. 4 p.m. ESPN game tonight. So if you want to get back into your Major League Baseball routine after the All-Star break. Game tonight, but Diamondbacks don't get underway tomorrow. But first, ESPYs last night. I don't watch them. Cut some highlights of there and everything. Shohei Ohtani won an award last night. Mike Tyson, Jake Paul, and I forget the other person giving that award out. Now, you're going to have to pay attention to this closely. It's all normal. But at the very end of this clip, after they say Ohtani's not there, he's probably out, gambling or something. I don't know what Ohtani's doing these days. Mike Tyson has to ask a question. Now, it's off mic, but you can pick it up on the mic. Here we go. ESPYs last night.
And the ESPY award goes to, check this out, Shohei Ohtani.
Shohei could not be here tonight. He sends his gratitude and appreciation to ESPN and everyone who voted for him.
Shohei's a guy.
Catch it? Did you catch it? First of all, he says his name, and then he looks over at Paul. Is that Jake or I don't know which brother that is. I don't really care. But he looks over him and goes, "Did I say it right?" So he says that first. And then they give the award, and they say he's not going to be there, and he turns around and goes, "Is Shohei a guy?" And whoever that is, Jake Paul or whoever it is, goes, "Yeah, it's a guy." My God, man. Mike Tyson. I mean, who's going to tell Mike Tyson he's wrong, first of all? I ain't going to be the one that's going to tell him that. But my God, Mike. There's microphones around you, buddy. I just giggled with that. I just giggled with that a little bit out there. Okay, so baseball. One game tonight, and then everybody gets back underway tomorrow. I noticed that the Diamondbacks don't have any pitchers listed for this weekend yet. We're going to get that information probably later today. We're also here on this Thursday, probably going to get a lot of injury updates. We know Tommy Troy is on the IL, 15-day IL. UC joint after running into that wall before the All-Star break. So he's on the 15-day DL. They put him on there yesterday. We know Pavin Smith cleared waivers. And instead of voiding his contract and becoming a free agent, he decided to stay with the organization. He's in AAA Reno now as well for Pavin Smith. For him. What it means is nobody picked him up. I'm a little bit surprised just because his contract is not terrible. It's an affordable contract, but at the same time, has not been playing well, right? So you view that as we're not going to pay that much out there as well, from that perspective of things. So St. Louis this weekend, throw up the NL wildcard standings. Let's get you all updated on that here as well. These games against St. Louis are here in Phoenix this weekend for the 3 games. 6:40 today. I'm sorry, 6:40 on Friday. I know that. I know that's the case here for the game. Let me check Saturday here while you guys look at the NL wildcard. We'll talk about that here in a second. I want to say it's that early start time on Saturday. It is. It's 1:10 p.m. on Saturday here, St. Louis and Arizona. And then, of course, on Sunday, like every time, they're all day games there, 1:10 on Sunday as well. So night game on Friday, 6:40, and then 2 1:10 games this weekend for your Arizona Diamondbacks. Now, why is this series important? You're 2.5 games out of the final wild card spot. Uncle Lou's got the old man disease here. He's trying to read this thing on our screens in the studio. It's cracking me up. 2.5 games out of that final wild card spot, your Diamondbacks are. Look who's in front of you by 1.5 games. The St. Louis Cardinals. They're 1 game behind that final spot there. You come into here, you're playing at home. Cardinals. I think the Cardinals are going to regress in the second half of the season. Now, does that start this weekend? We'll have to wait and see. You're coming back refreshed. Obviously, Erod got some work in the All-Star game for an inning, so nothing bad, just like throwing normal round stuff. You're going to get Soroka back here. Now, how soon do you get him back is the question. Can Brandon Pfaadt continue to keep pitching the way he is the big question going into this, along with Merrill Kelly and that. You can make some serious runs here in this first series of the game. First series of this quote-unquote second half coming up here. So we'll see. When we come back on Monday, I guess the question is your Arizona Diamondbacks going to be closer to that last spot? Or are they going to go backwards from that perspective out there as well? And we'll see. Pitching matchups are going to be, your normal ones out. When does Soroka get called back up? When does he get a start? Is it this series? Do they push him back a little bit still? Is the bigger question that you have to pay attention to. Even Erod will be available in this series, as I said. Pitched in the All-Star game on Tuesday, but it's only 1 inning. Pitched Saturday before that, so 5 days from Tuesday would be Sunday, right? Just thinking here. We don't do math here. So we could see Erod on Sunday as well. But they haven't announced it, at least nothing that I've seen. They've announced it out there. Troy on the IL. They did retroactive the IL for Troy, so it's 15 days, but it's not way back. We'll see how his shoulder rebounds from that as well out there. Just really quick, since we're going out of the All-Star break, let's set up the AL as well for you here. Just let you know where we are after the All-Star break. AL wildcard standings, if you will, as well. This one's a little bit small, Lou. This one I can understand you having to lean in a little bit on as well, right? Because I put the AL leaders on the top of this. At least like I'm going to look it up myself. Twins and Mariners are tied for that last wild card spot for them. Both below 500 for those guys. 48 and 49. See, if you notice here, you have the Tampa Bay Rays above 500 winning the AL East. Chicago White Sox, folks, winning that Central. With a winning record. Texas Rangers winning their division there, 49 and 47 on the season. 2 games above 500, similar to the Diamondbacks here. Yankees are that first wild card spot, well above 500 for them. Cleveland Guardians still outperforming that everybody thought they'd be there. Diamondbacks have them coming up on the schedule above 500. Everybody else, though, under 500 after that. Seattle Mariners, Twins, tied for that spot, a game under 500. Boston Red Sox, half a game out, 2 games below 500 for them as well. So, and it gets worse as you go down in the standings. So I just wanted to, we'll get baseball set up here since we just had the All-Star break and going into this weekend as well. The other baseball news that kind of caught me by surprise yesterday a little bit, what was that, like a month or two ago? You know, we heard that the Padres had an owner, were going to be sold to a new ownership group. Big deal. Billions of dollars and everything. Well, then people started asking, right? And Manfred, of course, during the All-Star break, does the state of baseball stuff. He does it during the World Series and stuff like that as well. So Manfred's speaking and everything, and people ask him about the Padres sale. Like, what's happening with that? You announced it a few months ago. When you're voting on that? Has it been voted on? Are you going to vote on it? What's the deal with it? Here's Manfred's quote about the Padres sale right here. Quote, he said the announcement might have been premature. Excuse me? You announced a new owner, somebody's buying the Padres for billions of dollars, and they don't have their funding put in place? That's the problem, folks. They said the new ownership group, Feliciano, they didn't yet have the funding in place to support the offer. So what are you doing announcing it? That you're a several billion-dollar entity. What are you doing? How are you making that kind of a mistake? Does the funding get in there? He's worth the money to get it. Don't get me wrong. But getting the funding is still another deal, right? You're negotiating interest rates. You're negotiating, vendor. You're negotiating minority partners. You're doing all of that stuff, right? Out there, you don't announce something like this unless the funding's in place and they're ready to go. I'm shocked. This is shocking here from my eyes on what the Padres situation is. If this falls through after you announce them because they can't get the funding in place, just how embarrassed are you going to be as an entity that you allow this to happen? And then you're going to go back to the second place person and be like, hey, now it could be yours. Just match their offer. And you're going to go, no, I'm not matching their offer. I know. We might be the second place team. I don't know. We might be the second place bid. But I'm not raising my offer. It's stuck soundly. My offer is soundly set at $100,000. I'm not raising it because your other one fell through. No. I don't care how much you beg, Manfred. I'm staying at $100,000. Just saying. But that is shocking news in my eyes for the Padres side of things. And then the average 9-inning Major League Baseball game for this season. Now, this is through July 8th. The time frame for an average Major League Baseball game through July 8th this year is 2 hours, 42 minutes. Now, 2023 was when they introduced the pitch clock, and we saw games get a lot faster in that time frame. So 2 hours, 42 minutes. That's 4 minutes longer than the 2024 season average. Oh my God, games are getting longer. Nobody notices the 4 minutes, right? That's the average. Yeah. But games are more than 20 minutes shorter than they were before the pitch clock was introduced in 2023. Don't the games feel like they go faster now? Like, there'll be nights where I'll turn the Diamondbacks game on, like they're on the East Coast. I'll turn the game on, it starts at 4 or 5 or whatever, and I'll turn it on. And then I go grab dinner or whatever. And I come back and I miss like 5 innings. It's that quick. It didn't feel that way before the pitch clock. It did feel a little bit slower at those time frames and stuff like that. So it is interesting that is the time frame that Major League Baseballs are going here at the beginning of the season as well. They just move. That Father's Day game I was at, I mean, it went quick. It's fantastic. The days of, and I know it's funny, 2 hours, 42 minutes. Okay. Yeah, I get it. It's 20 minutes shorter, right? But a 3-hour game isn't long. Again, you go to a football game, an NFL game, or even ASU games are even longer. A 7 p.m. ASU game means you're not leaving that stadium till like 11:30, if you're lucky. 11:30. And you just sit there and deal with it. Don't think twice about it. Well, I do, because I'm an old man. You go to a Cardinals game, starts at 2, over at 4:30, 5. Don't even think twice about a 3-hour game. And we're celebrating 2 hours and 42 minutes. It does crack me up a little bit out there as well. Before we take our break and bring Lou in here as well with the Diamondbacks getting out there, did you see this news? ABS challenges are going to be allowed in college baseball as well. Yeah. The NCAA Rules Subcommittee has approved the usage of the ABS, the automatic ball strike system, is there. It can be used in any game where the tech is available. It does require Baseball Oversight Committee approval. It is expected to be implemented not until 2027. So we're still a year or so out. The thing that I have on that now, ASU plays at Phoenix Muni. They do have a system that would work for that. So they would be able to use it. But doesn't it feel like it needs to be universal or not universal? So if you don't have the system and they start using it, so you come to Phoenix Muni and you have the ABS system. And I don't know, I'm not picking on them, but let's say you go to West Virginia, right, for a Big 12 game, and they don't have it. So you can't use it that weekend. That seems, it's either everybody implemented, so meaning the Big 12, Big 12, you have to have ABS in order to participate in our baseball season, right? SEC, you got to have ABS if you're going to participate in the baseball season. Or we're not going to allow ABS in the SEC, so nobody will have it. It's just, you can't have it all willy-nilly out there, I don't think. But ABS, the automatic ball strike system, could be coming. And I don't watch a ton of college baseball during the regular season. I do watch it, but not like a ton. I don't lose my mind about it. But I can tell you there was a lot of bad calls. Umpires in college aren't, I hate to say this, but aren't the best. So that'll just help the game. We've seen how ABS has helped this game of Major League Baseball with it being there. There's no doubt about it. It has stopped the egregious calls. I will never get mad at an umpire when you watch a challenge, ball comes in and the hitter goes bloop bloop, or the catcher bloop bloop, and they show you the replay, and like a quarter inch of the ball is in that little white box. Dude, that's close enough that umpire, if he misses that, he can't be judged on that. What the ABS has stopped is the egregious ones. The ones that are 3 feet off the plate that they call a strike, that you had no recourse before. Those egregious ones have gone away. You don't see a lot of 3-foot misses, 4-foot misses like you used to see out there. That's where it's gotten better. And that just helps the game at that point. It doesn't take long to do. It's fantastic how they rolled it out. College baseball could be bringing that up as well. And then as we take our break here, just letting you guys know, Cowboys wide receiver George Pickens. He will officially play the 2026 season under that franchise tender offer. $27.3 million. That's because him and the Cowboys did not meet the deadline, which was yesterday for all the teams, to agree for these guys under franchise tags to agree to long-term contracts. We'll have to see. The curious thing on that, as camps are reporting here over the next couple of weeks, Cardinals next week. The question on that is simply this. What's Pickett's mindset playing on that $27.3 million deal for a season with no long-term deal? CeeDee Lamb on the other side. That's the question with that. Uncle Lou coming up next. Second hour main event. Come and join us, folks.